But 6-2 now, and it's frame 9.
So Gary Wilkinson hasn't found that baulk cushion with the break in frame number 9, trailing by 4 frames. He really can't afford to leave Stephen too many chances. And this isn't an easy pot that he's taking on, but the kind he knocks in fairly regularly.
Well, even the commentator's curse can't stop this young man, Ray. What a good opening pot that was. And for all you young aspiring snooker players out there, just watch the cue in action. Smooth, draws it back, pause, push the cue through straight, and he reproduces that on every shot.
4.
And that's where you get your consistency from.
Well, Stephen obviously has played for the pink and had a look to see if the red above the black would go to the left corner, and if so, then, well, obviously he thinks it will. And has he come far enough to drop on the black for the right-hand corner?
Pink spot not available, it has to go as close as its own spot as no
11.
other spots are available, in a direct line with this top cushion. John Williams happy he's got it in the right place. And Stephen didn't have the correct
12.
angle on that red. Tried to nudge the black towards the left corner, but I don't think he'll be playing it now. Now just rolling up for a snooker.
Stephen Hendry, 12.
And that's the only time you expect him to go back to his chair, is when he runs out of position.
Well, you perhaps didn't see the look on Gary's face, but I think he was pretty unhappy because he's left Stephen a red to the left middle. And that was a bit careless. He wasn't really in any trouble there, Gary Wilkinson. Only had to get the ball in the middle of the reds to leave it safe.
Six.
Overrun that, play for a red into the left corner. He's still taking the red he played for, but not as easy as he would have liked.
Stephen Hendry, 6. One. 6. Seven.
May see Gary here play for the red just above the black. If he could get on that, then he could bring the black into play. That looks just about
12.
perfect.
$30. $20. $21.
Well, now the problems start. I can't see a loose red that's available. He's not really got a good angle on this black to disturb anything. Just looking at the possibilities, but this is going to be a good shot now to pot the black and get good position on the next red. Should have been thinking about a nice angle on the black when he potted the last red. Not now.
$28.
Well, I think he's going to try the red, obviously, to the far left corner. Can he get past the pink back for the black if he knocks it in?
Gary Wilkinson, 28.
So a useful visit from Gary, but pretty well much the same as this afternoon. Getting into the reds with a bit of a chance and then really not taking full advantage. Well, I don't think it was really on that, but Stephen knew he was covering the path to the red to the right corner. But I don't know whether he's left a half chance to the right middle. Well, Gary took the chance, but not really fancying it a lot, I think, and was absolutely sure to leave Stephen a chance if he missed it.
One.
Very difficult to play against the world champion, obviously, because you know that you don't get that many chances, and therefore you tend perhaps to take on shots that you wouldn't normally because you get so few chances. But it could cost him dear this time.
8. Nine.
Yes, I was talking to Gary Wilkinson in between the sessions, and he was saying he didn't feel he was playing that badly. It's just that he'd made 1 or 2 mistakes. But of course, as you say, Ray, when you're playing someone like Stephen Hendry, those mistakes are magnified so much that they stick in your mind. And just 1 or 2 mistakes a frame is, well, 1 or 2 mistakes too many.
50.
Because when we were looking at the first 8 frames, it could quite easily have been 4 each. Obviously, Gary couldn't do anything about the frames where Stephen made the 147, the 100 break, the 91, but there were another 4 frames where Gary Wilkinson certainly had a great chance to win them. But this type of player, as Steve Davis used to do in the 80s, can put you under pressure even when they're not at the table.
19.
Such is the respect that the other players hold them in.
$20. $26. 27.
Problem for Stephen, he's going to need the last remaining red, which is not going to be that easy. The only advantage when he gets to it is that he will only need the red to leave Gary Wilkinson needing a snooker. That's what he's checking on the scoreboard now.
$34. 41. 41.
Well, it was Stephen Hendry's turn to miss the vital ball. And now a chance for Gary to give Stephen some of his own medicine. 31 points behind, but you would have to say that they're all there waiting for Gary.
1.
And he really should win the frame from here, but again, we've got the shadow of Stephen Hendry on his shoulder.
$6. 8. 11. 15. 20.
Well, has he gone far enough? Just short of pace to be ideally on the pink. The cue ball's going to go away from the black.
Well, he's not happy with it. I think he's not happy with it because he's not going to be able to roll this through and leave himself the simple black that he should have been. But at the end of the day, he's got to make certain of the pink, and the black isn't going to be that difficult, to be fair. Just roll this in and play for the black in the opposite corner. Well, you may be looking for problems that aren't there.
Well, it was a little bit straight, I think, for that shot. Needed a tremendous amount of power with as thick a contact as that. And now the problem of getting the black ball safe.
Yes, and I think he's missed the boat, really. He was so determined to leave himself an easy black, obviously feeling the pressure, and who can blame him 6-2 behind. But the black wouldn't have been that difficult. It has certainly been a chance of a pot. Now he's got nothing but a safety.
Gary Wilkinson, 26. Seven in the frame, Stephen Hendry.
You just felt there that Gary, to stay in the match, had to win that frame. Made an error. The black goes in, so Stephen Hendry now just 2 frames away from victory, 7 frames to 2 in front. So now will Gary Wilkinson take this long red on to the left corner? The black's awaiting him, but there's so many times past that this shot fraught with danger.
One.
Well, that was an excellent opening pot. Unfortunately, I don't think he's held the cue ball enough so he can pot this black. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Looks tight. Well, he played it well.
8.
He must be suffering after, well, really throwing away the last frame. He should have won it.
Nine.
That was a good shot. Tremendous
50.
power. But I don't think he can get through to the red to the left. Well, he's looking at it. But, very dodgy to play the swerve shot.
Yeah, that was a very good recovery from Gary.
21.
And Gary again has been a little unlucky. Played a good shot on the blue and just wanted the cue ball to run about another inch to be nicely on the red to the left.
22.
But another fine shot. Cued perhaps as well as he's cued at all today at any ball, that one. Timed so perfectly.
$27. $28.
Well, went into
35.
them nicely. And, well, isn't it always the way? When you need a bit of luck, you never get any. That's end of break. Pulled out some excellent shots here to keep it going. But no option now, but a thin safety.
Gary Wilkinson, 35.
Stephen just disturbed by something perhaps in his eye line or a little bit of noise. It looks as if he's taking this long red on.
One.
Well, what a great shot, and that will hurt Gary again because he did nothing wrong with his last shot. It's very unlucky not to leave himself a red. Played what he thought was a good safety shot, and most times it would have been.